make fun of some hoes, shall we? I had brain surgery. Unfortunately, they kept it in there, but kept taking nudes in my hospital bed for OnlyFans. Listen, some of my subscribers really like the shaved head Sinead O'Connor look. Anyways, taking nude photos is always a no-brainer for OnlyFans model Ruby May. That is the first one of those editorializing lines from the New York Post that actually makes me laugh. Normally they're just cringe as fuck, but that's very funny. And the 25-year-old stayed devoted to her followers because they pay her a lot of money, even when she was forced to undergo brain surgery. May kept it sexy during her hospital sojourn when she was admitted for surgery on March 4th, taking not safe for work snaps while in recovery for 5 days and posting a steady stream on her fan page. I understand medical bills are expensive, but God, if I can understand supporting somebody, okay, like if they're theoretically, right, the mission statement for OnlyFans is to support creators, and it just ended up devolving into porn and degeneracy. But because somebody's going in for brain surgery and they need to raise funds for that, I could get behind that. But if this is what you're posting all the time, I don't think you're necessarily concerned with your medical bills. Just throwing that out there. I can never bring myself to stop working, and I took nudes in my bed and in my hospital gown the day after the surgery. I bet you she probably petitioned some nurse to do the fucking hack thing, the ass shot with just the hospital gown open. I can fucking guarantee it. The Sydney native had been she's Australian? Oh, the fuck off. So she's got socialist medicine. Thank God nothing bad happened with her fucking brain surgery. Well, she's still on OnlyFans, so clearly something went wrong. The Sydney native had been dealing with frequent moments of dizziness and sharp headaches that would go on for about 10 seconds each instance. Once May took a trip to the doctor, she found out that she was diagnosed with Chiari malformation. Okay. A rare condition that occurs in the area of the skull contorts and puts pressure on the spinal column. And you know what else has a lot of pressure? Her back. Oh my God. The busty brunette has accumulated over 421,000 followers on Instagram under the I don't care, famous for my personality. She's sort of self-aware and revealed to the outlet that she has made millions on OnlyFans, of course. But her okay, that one got me. But her enormous presence on the adult content subscription service has helped pay for her brain surgery. But you're in Sydney. They have the same shitty type of healthcare system that Canada does, so I don't know what she'd have to pay for. I think it's funny because everyone thinks my life is so easy because of OnlyFans. It is. It is. Nobody would be writing this article because you could still have a fucking horrific a rare brain condition if you didn't post videos like this and several other less degrading pictures than your fucking massive head wound. She stated that the 3-hour operation cost her 20,000 Australian funny money at a private hospital. Yeah, because, okay, this should also be a condemnation, and I don't care that there's tits on the screen. That's totally fine. I'd give a less of a shit. A man of a certain age, you just either take him out, and if I'm not gonna see him, whatever, I'll fucking move on. Like, it should be a condemnation of the healthcare system, okay? She has a rare brain condition, and I'm sure that she'd probably get it through just regular channels if she would be willing to wait 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe a year, 6 months, 8 months, yeah, longer than that. Because over the pandemic, which I'm sure they're probably still blaming for the fucking backlog of optional surgeries, which never needed that room in the hospitals for any of that nonsense that they cleared them all out for and canceled all of those very necessary surgeries that they called optional surgeries that caused a lot of cancer patients, a lot of diabetics to fucking drop dead, but shut it all down, right? She probably could have had the brain surgery by now. Didn't have to pay $20,000 to a private hospital, which maybe she has medical insurance. But again, it's fucking take out your tits and make, I don't know, $5, $10 per tip or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I'm not one of these delinquents for a 6 with a 10 rack, okay? Despite her misfortune, May is grateful to be alive as she attributes her headache as a sign from the universe. She has decided to go for an MRI to figure out the cause of her pain. Yeah, we know. I wouldn't have thought anything of it because the headaches I had were, but I had 2 friends who had brain surgery within the same year. You have a really shitty friend group. Very unfortunate friend group. Or maybe it's contagious and you'll all just die. May has been advised by her medical team that if she didn't have the surgery, she could become paralyzed. And that sucks. And again, another reason why, we need universal healthcare because it's so much better. But yet, in order for her to get the surgery in a timely fashion, she had to shell out $20,000 to get the surgery that could have left her paralyzed if it would have went untreated. Ugh! While she was initially nervous to go under the knife, she admitted it was really scary waking up in the ICU where I had to stay. Yeah, no shit. And I have big sympathy for her, but I don't have big sympathy for these fucking life choices. I was being checked in on to make sure that I didn't have any brain damage, but yet they keep testing my reflexes by just poking me in the titties. She added, I had to have a catheter in for 24 hours and I couldn't lift my head properly for a while. Picture it didn't happen. I've been in a lot of pain, but it's all going to be better from here, and I'm hopefully not going to have any ongoing issues with it, May said. It was one of the hardest things I've had to go through in my life, but I'm so grateful I have my job with money and flexibility to go through it. Yeah, and there are, well, it's a rare condition, but there are a lot of people who have necessary surgeries that, thanks to our good governments of the world, have deemed non-essential, that don't have the opportunity to, I don't know, fucking splayed open for the world to see in order to rake in money thanks to your God-given talents. But again, okay, she's 25, but this is also very sad, and maybe this is just a selected portions of some of the interview, I guess, that's out there. May explained that her fans were mostly concerned with her well-being and that she's close with them. The only reason that they're fans with you is because of this, obviously, okay? And the fact that they're only mostly concerned should probably tell you that the end of your sentence here is just clear fucking delusion with them. Almost like they're her friends. They aren't your friends. If you would have went in to have your tits removed, they wouldn't be as sympathetic. You better have saved your money, because the fact that you had to continue to post content from a hospital bed, that you couldn't take time off, okay? He said, oh no, I'm always working, and it's never like work, okay? Or that she's close with her followers and they're almost like friends, but yet she had to shell out for this. Where's her family in this situation? How about that? This is, I know, I shouldn't be picking on somebody who has brain surgery, but if you're going to fund it through lustful means, I think you're fair game. How about that? Look at the sacrifices that are made here. No family, okay? Having to rely on an 83-year-old woman who kept her entertained by exercising when she was supposed to be on bed rest. Having to take nudes. Meanwhile, there's the fucking heart rate monitor on in the background. Ladies, if you want to sign up for that life, if you think that, I don't know, when you're all dolled up, you'll look like a 7, and depending on the fucking push-up bra that you have, you can make that disaster on your chest not quite look so lopsided, and you can, I don't know, squeeze out some fucking money by just, it'll just start, I'll just take some tasteful shots that I'm just splayed out across my bed. Okay, then maybe it'll just be a foot pick. Okay, and then maybe, then I'll just go, bathing suits. Okay, then it'll be lingerie. Okay, then it'll just be topless. And then you're using random kitchen utensils to fucking put it on display for the world to see. None of this shit ends well. And while this story, thankfully, thanks to the good work of private medicine, does have a, kind of good story that she's not going to be paralyzed, but Her career prospects certainly are, and her life growth definitely is, because there's no family to speak of in the situation. It cost her, just about $15,000 American, okay, $20,000 Canadian, but she's stuck in this cycle, like you can see from her handle. Famous for my personality, like I said before, at least she's self-aware about the situation, but it's all focused on her looks, and that is a self-defeating way of living your life, because those looks aren't going to be around forever, okay? And this fake reality that's created does more harm than good. Sure, you're making money hand over fist or hand over tits, whatever. You're living a lie. And this is the most extreme version of that, but when you're not working for a fulfilled life, you're just trying to put little blankets over all of your deficiencies, just hoping that they won't rear their ugly head. Eventually, instead of like a path that you travel in your life, you're just going to have little holes with little distractions over top of them. And you're going to be trying to navigate the minefield called life. And you're going to find out very, very quickly, okay? Because for some people, they're 25, okay? And for Anna Sorokin here, she's 31. She's going to find out that quickly there's going to be more landmines than there's actual land to step on. And this is a story of living a lie, living a false representation of life to its extreme. I'd rather be in jail than live with my parents. Well, the only kids that could really claim that are the Yateses, or their mother is Casey Anthony. Fake heiress Anna Sorokin blasts her father after he tells her how he indulged her with dance tutors and designer clothes and still gives her money. Oh my God. Listen, I understand that a lot of fathers have a soft spot for daddy's little girl, but don't raise your kids right. This is, like I said, the most extreme example. But you see shitty little kids manifest into theoretical adults, and that's what's the majority of cases in the world right now. I will fucking guarantee it. The people who think that they're doing the right thing by their children by giving them everything in life that they never had, when in actuality, they're just causing more harm than good, despite her never once saying she loves him. Unfucking believable. We'll just read a little bit of this, because not a lot of jokes to be had here. Fake heiress Anna Sorokin has blasted back at her parents, and after her father said he would welcome her home to Germany. I'd rather be in jail than live with my parents, she wrote in a text to Daily Mail. She's in jail, by the way? She did not elaborate further. Earlier Monday, we had published an exclusive interview with Sorokin's father, Vadim Sorokin, who said that his daughter had never once said she loves him, yet demands money from him nearly every day. I thought she was in jail. Oh no, she was up on charges before. This bitch would be broke as a motherfucker, like the first lady, if she didn't have a simp of a father. Anna, 31, is now languishing behind bars in a U.S. immigration center, awaiting deportation back to Germany, having swindled hundreds of thousands of dollars by pretending to be an heir to a $60 million fortune. Her story has been turned into a hit Netflix series, Inventing Anna, starring Julia Garner, which she reveals how the 31-year-old passed herself off as Anna Delvey, okay, the daughter of an oil tycoon who has conned the super rich of New York and persuaded banks to lend her mountains of cash. That's impressive in and of itself. And you know what? Taking all of that accrued knowledge and focusing it in on being an entrepreneur wouldn't be illegal and wouldn't be wrong. But the fact that you did it for your own exclusive financial gain, that's a problem. That's quite a bit of a problem, and that's probably the understatement of the year. In real life, her father is a humble man, originally from Moscow, who moved to a small town in Germany with his wife and Anna to forge a better life. Father of two, Vadim, 58, said, I speak to Anna 3 or 4 times a week from the immigration center in New York, and the conversation is always the same. She needs money. That's cool. Why do you continue to talk to her? She's already been convicted of crimes, of swindling a lot of money, and I understand that she's your daughter, but in order for her to get better, she has to hit rock bottom. It's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of parents, and I know, once again, that you're only trying to do the best for your kids, but you gotta let them fail on their own. That is ultimately the responsibility of a parent. You have to let your children fail. Let's continue a little bit. She's paying people to run around for her in jail, to clean her clothes for her. She has the ability to wrap people around her little finger. Did he say that with like no self-awareness? Or like, I've sent her thousands of dollars in the past at the moment because she is in detention with the amount. Oh, the amounts are small. But even if she hasn't learned how to control her finances, she's in jail. I'm pretty sure the jail takes care of your clothes for you, and like them or not, you have one jumpsuit to be using. And again, she was convicted of a crime. Why are you sending her money? I don't get it. I don't think she's ever once said she loves me, but would tell me instead, I'm your only daughter and you have to help me and give me money. I've no way of doing it myself. No, the government's going to do that for you. Don't worry about it, okay? You'll find a new daddy. Hopefully it's not going to be your cellmate. But she did find a way, a dishonest and shameful way, and that's landed her in prison, and now an immigration center awaiting deportation. How much money you need, sweetie? Where she will go if she's kicked out of America. We have a room for her here in her family home, and while we'll support her, we won't enable her to repeat her previous mistake, says the guy who is sending her increments of money while she's in a detention center. I don't think so. This is like the inverse of those stupid conservatorships from like what Amanda Bynes and Britney Spears lately. I feel bad for even knowing that. Like my soul is dying a little bit for even repeating that. But you know, okay, like they were trying to get their own freedom because they think that, I don't know, they're somehow better or something like that. It's almost like there needs to be an enforced conservatorship, okay, going on here. Like taking the father, the enabler, out of the life here, because I don't understand it. I don't understand this at all. I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, like I said, yeah, daddy's little girl and all that stuff. But when somebody is fucked up this money mentally, and you still keep trying to pay for her to have a better life at some point or another, that fantasy's gone, dude. You gotta let her go through the system. She's fucked up. That's the only thing that's gonna set her straight. Hopefully somebody's telling him this. I doubt it though. Regardless of what happens, you can always make good out of something bad, added Vadim. Every day is a new beginning. You are hopelessly optimistic, my dude. I don't think she's evil inside, but she needs, for the first time, to figure out what she's going to do with her life. But you can come back here and live with us anytime you want, sweetie. Don't worry, we still have your room taken care of. It still has the nice pink walls and everything, nice white bedding. Don't worry about it. Everything will be fine. Don't worry about it. I pay for everything. It's fine. You're gonna be great. You're gonna come back. You're gonna learn so much. Not gonna happen, dude. No money in the world is worth going for jail, even for a day, she warned. That's nice. I'm just trying to make the best of the situation I'm dealing with right now. I could have done so many things different, and I would have done, I've seen inside the jail, but it is just what it is. Anna was born. I don't care where she was born. 1991. You should fucking know better, stupid. But again, there's nothing worse than going to jail, except for living with your parents who still continue to pay for all of your discretions in jail. Like I said, this is far and away the extreme of not living the responsibilities of life, okay? Trying to play everything on easy mode, having the path paved for you, and then thinking that you're the one who's blazing the trail, using shit that you had absolutely zero say in accruing for yourself, leeching off of your parents, which is disgusting to say the least, okay? Monetizing your tits and your ass in order to fleece a bunch of people who never had strong and responsible father figures or parental figures in their life anyways, and they're trying to continue to fill that void themselves. You do that, and eventually you're going to hit a brick wall in life, because I don't wish anything bad to happen to his father, or to rather the Sorokin's father here, Vadim. But he's what? Yeah, 58. Theoretically, he still has a few decades left in life, but the money's eventually going to run out, okay? She's just going to continue to be thirsty, and she's just going to do increasingly desperate things in order to get more money. But she already has the tarnished persona that's out there. The world would be better off with fewer people like her, but because they're here, you got to figure out strategies in order to rectify those situations. Let her go through the system. Let her figure out her follies, okay? And the fact that only brains over there. The fact that she's making those not so obvious admissions that I don't have family, and I'm kind of stuck in this cyclical loop of posting nudes from wherever I'm at in order to get paid by people who I think adore me. They're kind of like friends, and they're kind of like the closest people I have, and they're just telling me to please just take the time off. You're a victim of your own circumstances, and you don't understand the situation you find yourself in. So hopefully maybe the brain surgery was putting in a new one so that you'd be able to figure out that, I got all this money, I better do something good with it instead of just, I don't know, buying new larger things to shove up your ass. Hopefully that resonates, and hopefully somebody gets through to Vadim here and cuts off his cunty daughter. But anyways, with all that said, this has gone on way too long, and that's just me kind of, these are things I think about often. Just how shitty the modern person is. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. Why don't you follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.